Holy fucking shit, guys. This was so great. I've been loving the Button story arc since the get-go, but, oh man, and we've still got one more, and it left on such a great note. So, this is going to be my review of the Button, of Batman the Flash, the Button Part 3. And, yeah, this is the penultimate part of the story. And, yeah. So, where we last left off is that Bruce and Barry have ended up in the Flashpoint timeline. But however, before that, we discover that the Flashpoint timeline is just living on life support according to Thomas Wayne. What apparently happened is that this world was supposed to die, but then it turned out it didn't. And Thomas knows that someone is basically keeping this timeline alive for some reason. And what's even worse is that Aquaman and Wonder Woman, Flashpoint, Aquaman, and Wonder Woman are sending Amazons and Atlanteans, a death squad, to go kill Thomas for his interference in their war. I mean, if you're going to agree on anything, might as well agree on the guy who ruined your war, I guess. At that very moment, Batman and the Flash enter the timeline, and we finally get to see Bruce and Thomas meet. And, yeah, there's no, oh, you're a killer, father, I hate you. It's more like, oh my god, Dad. And this is what it's all about. This whole part of the issue is about Bruce and Thomas, because this is one of the one things Bruce wanted more than anything else. He wanted to see his father again. And after getting that letter, he even says, that was the greatest gift anyone could have given me. And, you know, thank you, Father. So, yeah, and it also turns out that Barry is digging into this timeline, and he's like, look, no, this should not be here, no, this is all wrong. And with the cosmic treadmill broken, they're kind of stuck there, so, and yeah, Thomas was actually about to kill himself. He was about to blow up all of Wayne Mansion to kill this death squad, because he was like, look, Barry gave me false hope, this is bullshit, this timeline was supposed to end so my son could live, but I'm still here, he's still gone. And then when he sees Bruce again, he's like, oh my god, you screwed me over, Barry. But when he does see Bruce, it's an amazing moment, and the two of them team up. And this is the best part. While Barry's trying to fix the treadmill, and Bruce and Thomas team up, and this is the best part of the comic, of seeing Bruce and Thomas, you know, fight together as Batman. And it's awesome. There's this great moment where Bruce is like, Dad, I have so many questions about the letter, about everything. And Thomas is like, I know, son, I do too. But right now, we fight! And boy, if you thought Bruce was a badass, yeah, seeing Bruce, father-son ass-kicking, it's pretty cool. But the thing is that the fight isn't really a focus. You just see it go back and forth in between that and the building of the cosmic treadmill. So it's not really a focus of the fight, really. But yeah, so just as Barry finishes the Flashpoint, the cosmic treadmill, whatever or whoever is holding the universe together. This is literally someone has the power to hold an entire universe that shouldn't even exist together. And what happens is literally it just lets go. It just lets go for no other reason other than Bruce and Barry are there. I'm going to let go. So Thomas saves Bruce. And there's also a great moment where Bruce is talking to Thomas, and he's like, look, you have a grandson. You know, I want to show you, you know, I want to bring you to my universe. But just as that happens, you know, the guy, who's ever, you know, the owner of the button, just lets go. And from there, Thomas is like, no, you need to go back, Bruce, and just throws him to Barry and says, look, get him out of here. And as the universe is breaking apart, Thomas says, look, there was so much more I wanted to say in that letter, so I'll just say it right now. And I love this moment because Bruce is just fighting Barry to try to get to Thomas. And it's a heartbreaking moment because he's like, I don't want to lose you again. And he's literally like, he's screaming like a child, like the day he lost it, he lost his dad in his timeline. And he's just fighting he's just fighting Barry to stop the cosmic treadmill and save his dad again. And it's just such a heartbreaking moment. Oh my god. Because, yeah, you would imagine that Bruce would do anything to not watch his father die again after seeing him. He hasn't seen him since he was 8 years old. Of course he's going to be like this. But, yeah. So, what happens next is that Thomas takes off his mask and says, Bruce, there's something I've always wanted you to do for me. Don't be Batman. Let it die with me. Be happy. Don't do this in my name anymore. Don't do this in your mother's name anymore. Just be happy, just live a life. That's all you needed to do for me. All you needed to do to avenge us was to live in our name. The best way to avenge us is just continue the Wayne family. Yeah, that's pretty fucking deep, guys. That is really, I was like, oh god. So I'm wondering what Bruce is going to be like after the events of Flashpoint. Is he really going to take his father's words to heart and, try to give up being Batman? Of course, he's Bruce Wayne. He's not going to give up being Batman. But that would be a cool story where he just wants to try being happy, and he's just like, I'm going to stop for a while. So yeah, I'm really interested to see the after effects of where this is going to go after hearing his own father say, don't be Batman anymore. And then comes the best, probably the best part in the comic, where the universe is just being torn apart. The Flashpoint universe is just being torn apart, and what happens is that Thomas is remembering when he pulls him out of the cave, and he's like, remember, Bruce, Waynes don't fall. And it cuts back to Bruce Thomas putting the cowl back on, and he's like, we rise! And he goes charging into the middle of the apocalypse of the destruction of the Flashpoint universe, and he runs into it, facing whatever's destroying his universe. So I was like, yeah, goddamn right! So, yeah, now according to Barry, the Flashpoint universe is officially dead. It's gone. That was the last vestige of it. And what's also interesting is that Barry says whatever did this did it out of spite. It's the same reason of keeping Thawne alive. The whole point was there was no other purpose than to spite us. So whoever is the owner of the button has an axe to grind, and I'm like, what did I'm starting to think this isn't Dr. Manhattan's doing, because he doesn't even know Bruce and Barry. So it's got to be someone who really hates him. And it's not Thawne, because we see, actually, Thawne again running, but it's at an earlier timeline version of Thawne, and he has the button, and he's like, I know who the owner of the button is, and I'm gonna make them wish they didn't, I'm gonna make them wish they never met me. So now Thawne, Bruce, and Barry are about to discover who is the owner of the button. And I'm starting to think it might be a DC character, because I was like, maybe it's Superboy Prime. That would make sense. I mean, the dude has, destroyed universes before. Remember destroying the Source Wall? Excuse me. So there's been a good theory, and I'm starting to believe that maybe it's Superboy Prime. I could be easily wrong, and it could be Dr. Manhattan, but I think Dr. Manhattan had a hand in this. But I'm starting to think, the more I think about it, is that maybe it's not him, but I think he did have a hand in this. So, yeah, I am really excited for how this is all going to be concluded. I cannot wait for this to see how this story is going to come together. It's been awesome, and this has only been a 4-part story, and it's being treated like a big event, but it's just Batman and Flash trying to figure out who the hell owns this button. So I am beyond excited to see where this is going to go next. So, you guys in the comments below, what did you guys think of Batman the Flash, The Button Part 3? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Just comment below, let me know. And also, who do you think is really the owner of the button? But I guess we'll find out in the next issue, so, yeah. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys later.